As September of 1981 rapidly approached, and after having a wonderful son 6 years earlier, as expectant parents, we were hoping for a balance in the form of a daughter, and it was Ashley. Remember, ultrasounds were not a standard option back then.
Growing up, as parents, we knew we had someone both special and challenging. Ever the extrovert, she loved to wear her grandmother's high heels at age 3, to push her way onto the 6-year-old t-ball team at age 5, start dancing at age 7, and as she grew, to expand her athletic prowess on the courts and on the fields.
Brock was always a happy, friendly, outgoing child, and had an infectious laugh that came from his toes.
He always looked out for his little sister, but there were times we did need to clarify who the parents were. Bless his heart.
His genuine smile can light up a room, and with his caring personality, he would help out anyone, even if he doesn't know them.
Three constants with Ashley as she grew into a young woman were: 1, a fierce loyalty to what or who she was passionate about; 2, her incredible capacity for love; and 3, her infectious smile.
Through college and into her career with the Trailblazers, Ashley's relationships served her ultimate goal: to know who she was seeking as a life partner, to know what qualities they would bring and how her life and his would fit like a hand in a glove. And when she least expected love to come along came Brock.
Brock and I met the summer of 2010. My cousin Emily was marrying one of his best friends, Josh.
I was an usher in the wedding, and she was there early helping out with her niece and nephew. And
during the photos, there was kind of a break in the action, and my uncle, my cousin's father, came over and was like, "Oh, Ashley, you need to meet Brock."
He thought we'd be good golf buddies or something to hang out, and I thought she was absolutely gorgeous, but had to play it cool.
I was very impressed with the way he spoke, with the way he carried himself. He was very polite.
She seemed very intelligent when I was talking with her, and that was, it was really hot, actually. Our first date, I thought was a date. Come to find out later, she did not.
He had just moved to the area and wasn't necessarily familiar with the golf courses, and so we decided to meet after work and just play 9 holes.
I was trying to show up early to pay for her round and kind of do a nice gesture, and she had beat me there by like 20 minutes to make sure she paid for it.
And I made sure to get there early before him and pay for myself because I was that adamant that I didn't want it to be a date. I just was looking for a friendship.
Started our round and come out, and I shanked the first drive because I'm nervous, and she just hits this beautiful drive right down the fairway, and I'm like, oh boy, I'm in for it here. And the round just proceeded just like that. She just kicked my butt all round long. I wanted to ask her to dinner, and I was thinking like hole 4, I'm thinking, gosh, I really need to think of something clever to ask her to dinner.
He asked if I was seeing anyone, and I said no, and he said, would it be all right if I took you to dinner after this? And I was like, wow, what a gentleman, he's so nice.
She humored me and said yes, and it was awesome. The conversation was engaging. She was just blew me away.
And after dinner, I got in my car to drive home, and I called my mom, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. Like, this guy is really nice. Like, I was really like, this could just be a friend, nothing more. I'm not really looking for anything like that. And it was so unbelievable to find such an amazing guy, and so soon, and feel that way so early in the relationship. But once I kind of opened up and really let myself fall in love with him, it was just amazing. The proposal took place here at Skamania Lodge, and not so much on a beautiful day. Actually, by the end of the day it looked like this, but it didn't start out this way.
I had been talking with a some friends of ours that were going to help with the proposal of doing it surprise. I wanted to get pictures. She had always made these comments of, hey, look, hon, look at this thing on Pinterest. These people, you know, have pictures of their engagement. And so I took that as a big hint, and I figured that if I'm going to get married to her, I should probably start following directions.
The proposal was, I guess, 7 weeks in the making. I had no idea. I honestly was not even expecting a proposal for a few more months.
Plans unfolded of coming up to Skamania because it was such a special place for us, and thought, why not combine that with golf?
We got a great deal to come up here for the weekend and invited my brother and sister-in-law to come up and play golf with us that Saturday. And we woke up Saturday and it was pouring down rain. And I was like, well, you know, I know Paul and Karen enjoy playing, but I think they're kind of fair weather golfers as well. Like we have rain gear, but I don't know if they have rain gear. I don't really want to force them to have to play with us. And Brock was like, no, we're gonna play. And I was like, okay, babe, I don't want to pick a fight. I don't want to argue with you, but like, are you sure? Like, he's like, we're playing golf. And I was like, okay.
Her brother and sister-in-law were kind enough to join and play along with it. And on the 7th hole, 7th green, there's a nice little opening to the gorge. And so I figured, hey, this is a great spot to take pictures.
Karen suggested that we go over and stand by the view and so she could take a photo. And after she takes the photo, Brock squeezes me and gives me a kiss on the forehead, which is not, he does that all the time. And
I looked down at her and I said, you know I love you, right? And as I say that, I'm like, why did I say that?
Kind of stands and he faces me and he makes the mistake of pulling the box out of his pocket right then.
I started to pull it out as I'm talking, and she saw a white box. It's like just eyes on it.
And I have completely blocked anything that he's saying at that point.
I was like, okay, she's not hearing anything I'm saying now, so I might as well just cut this short and just tell her I love her and get down on her knees. So I did and said it. I just told her I loved her very much and I just wanted a golf partner for life, and I know that there's no one else I want to be with than her.
And he opens the box and I am blown away by the bling, and I kind of just squat down on my knees and I'm like looking at it. I'm just so blown away, and I have golf gloves on and anything. I'm not reaching in and trying to get it on my finger. I am just taking in the moment.
I had to get her to take her glove off, and she got the ring on, and
I show my sister-in-law, I'm like, look, and at that point Brock's trying to get my attention and he's pointing off into the distance, and he said, look over there, and then look over there, and I look and it's my mother coming out of the bushes, and then I look to the left and I see my dad and my niece and my nephew, and I lost it.
When she saw them, that just sealed the deal. That was just an amazing moment that everyone was able to share in it, and we have evidence for our future generations to come.
It ended up to be a really nice day, and I think that God really had a hand in it, and that he knew that something special was going to happen, and come to find out later that they didn't have a backup plan. So we were playing golf.
The summer rain is passing over, and it feels like a dream. I could run and look for shelter, but you hold on to me. I'm under your skies. I'm caught in your eyes.
She is just a good person that has an amazing heart, and she makes me a better man. And I know that I'm going to continue to be a better person because of her. And I couldn't ask for anything more.
I've just been waiting such a long time for this, and at some point I just didn't even think it was going to happen, and now I know it was all God's plan of how it all came together. He brought me my Prince Charming, and I adore him, and I'm so thankful for him, and I look forward to every day with him.
Can we make this moment last, moment last?
We can't put into words how happy we are for you both. You just seem to fit and complete the other.
We hope you continue appreciating one another and keep growing closer as the years go by.
Never ever take each other for granted. Never go to bed mad, and always say I love you.
Brock and Ashley, we love you both so very much and wish you all the best and a lifetime of happiness.
Your mother and I wish you Godspeed and all the happiness life can bring you. Let your faith be both the roots and the wings of your relationship, keeping you grounded while providing your North Star to guide you into the future. We love you guys.
We love you guys.
You must be my once in a lifetime.